Hello students! My name is Megan Browning, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to Foundation Science 101, including some things about this website and this course to help you be successful not only at this course, but at science and at life. So, if you're watching this video, you found the iLearn course. Congrats and welcome! To the left here, we have a navigation page, which you can go to different items in the course. Here you have a course information folder, which I'm going to walk you through several items in this course information folder. For example, here you could go learn about me and my email and my office hours. And here is the syllabus for the course. Here is the schedule. And here are some grading policies for the class, including exactly what it means to have an A. So it's right here if you want to look. This is a weekly outline for the course. This course follows a repetitive weekly schedule. You'll start each week with a before class assignment that's due before coming to class the first day of the week. Then, during class, we'll do an activity, and your participation in that activity will be recorded by iClicker. And then after class the first day, you will complete a quiz about your preparation, participation, and the activity that we did in class. For the second day of the week, there will be a second before class assignment, but for this one, you'll write a short essay, which you will submit to iLearn and bring a hard copy to class. Then, in class, you will do two things. Firstly, you will trade and grade your essay with two other people, and secondly, you will write a group essay. When trading and grading, those people must sign a printed copy of your essay, and then you will turn that in with your name and those two trade and grade partners' names on it as well. Then you will also turn in your group essay. Make sure you've got your name on that. And then finally, there will be an after-class assessment where you write about what you learned that week. The due dates and patterns here will be the same every week. So, the before classes will be due in class. The after class for the first day will be due the first day at midnight. The after class will be due Friday at midnight. If you follow the pattern and build it into your routine, it will help you be successful. Some additional useful pages here include this one, which talks about the Gateway Foundation Seminar. This class is a foundations course, a Gateway Foundations course. So it has a Gateway Foundations seminar associated. You can click on this link to see the Gateway Foundations seminar page. This website tells you more about it. You should also be getting some emails. These seminars are administered outside of the instructors. So if you have questions about this, don't email me. Send an email directly to Gateway Seminars. Their email is found here. It is going to be worth about 2% of your grade, and you receive credit for these seminars at the very end of the semester. This page has how to register an iClicker. This will be required for class for your participation on the first day of every week. This page is the University Help Desk, where you can go if you have problems with iLearn or technology issues. This clickable has some iLearn tutorials, which can be very useful, especially if you're unfamiliar with iLearn. Some of the most useful ones you see over here to the right include an overview for new students, check assignment submission, that one's really great. Start assessment, also very useful. Submit assignment is going to be something we use a lot. view grades is probably something you might worry about. And this what if calculator is particularly interesting. It allows you to calculate what grade you would have based on what you would get on assignments the rest of the semester. So you don't necessarily have to ask me, you can calculate it yourself. Additionally, for help with the course, this clickable takes you to the University Tutoring Center page, from which you can request a tutor. You see the really big request a tutor there? And then at the bottom, this one takes you to some information about the walk-in tutoring lab. There's a walk-in tutoring lab for Foundation Science 101 that has volunteer tutors, so be especially nice to them. We're going to walk through really quick a given week for Foundation Science 101 so that you have an idea of what you're going to need to do. For each day, there's going to be a before class, in class, and after class component. I'm going to jump down here to lesson 1 because that's going to be a very typical week for Foundation Science 101. Each week has its own folder labeled a lesson, and in that lesson, the first thing that you see here is some info page that gives you an idea of what we're going to do that week. The first thing you'll need to do each week is a before class assignment. For this assignment, there are, if you click on it, outcomes at the top of the page of what is expected of you for this assignment. In addition, there's usually a link down here to some materials, either a video or something to read. And then after you either watch the video or read it, you'll complete a set of questions. So for example, this would be the first thing you read, and then you complete the first set of questions. First question here, wait for it. What is science? Awesome! That would not get me a good grade because it doesn't have 30 words or more, but I'm going to submit it. Oh, and then for multiple choice, you can just click on it. What idea is considered? I don't know. Oh no, I missed them. Oh well. If you hit done, it takes you back to that original page where you can do some additional reading and the second set of questions. Then at the very bottom of the page, you can see a summary of what you've done so far, including the number of attempts you've made for each item and how many attempts are remaining. It also shows the score you have. And if you want to review later, I would click this review button. Please, please don't click start again if you want to review it, because after the due date, if you hit start, it will be marked as late. Use this review button to go back and see what you've done so it won't count as a new submission, and you can use it to study later. Then each week we'll have an in-class activity. Your participation in this will be recorded via iLearn, and then after class you'll complete an assessment where you do a little writing about the preparation that you had for class, and the amount of participation, and the activity that we did in class. Moving on to before class for the second day of class. Each week you'll have some options. The purpose of these activities is to learn some skill or practice the process of science. There is usually an introduction and then an opportunity to pick something and go learn more about it. After you've done that, you'll write a brief essay that you need to turn in 2 places. Here on iLearn is the assignment submission page where you turn it in by clicking start, yes, and then putting your essay below. You will also need to print it and bring it to class. Now, it has a lot of stuff beforehand, but it's nice because there is spots for your trade-in grade partners to write their name, and your name will automatically put on this paper. So for this one, I'd only have to print off this second page here. In addition to bringing your printed copy, once you're in class, you're going to trade and grade your essay with two partners. You can look at this rubric to see what we're grading for. So this will be the grade you get on your essay. When you trade and grade, you'll grade someone else's. And from a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not very good and 5 being great, 5 means you have a great comprehension of English and you express it well, and your essay reflects a thoughtful reading, whereas 1 means that you didn't really have any reasonable English grammar or spelling, and your essay is very vague. Then, after you've done a trading grade, that second day of class, you're going to get together with several people who had the same prompt, and you'll write a group essay. And this is where the score for that will be recorded. You will hand that in class. So for the second day of class, you'll need to hand in your personal essay with your name on it and 2 other trade and grade partners. And then you'll hand in a group essay. Make sure your name is on that group essay at the end of day 2. Finally, there's an after-class series of essays to think about what you've done that week and demonstrate how well you know what's going on. Well, that wraps up a week. The first week here, in Lesson 00, there's also a pre-semester attitude survey. Make sure you do that as well. That's an important part of the course. If you look back at the schedule, you'll see that the exam dates are listed at the bottom. The first exam is at the end of Unit 2, and the second exam is at the end of Unit 6. If you go to Unit 2, Lesson 5, that's where the last unit before the exam, you can see where those exam scores are going to eventually be recorded. There's a multiple choice and an essay portion for this exam, and the dates are also written here. As you go through the course, you might find some things that aren't accessible to you. It prevents you from getting ahead, but also allows me to make changes without confusing you and prevents you from losing track of where you are in the course. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it helps, and I look forward to learning with you this semester. Bye.